Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rasala 777, and I'm here with a brand new game. That's right, I'll be streaming Valkyria Chronicles, a game very near and dear to my heart. Especially special, and I want to take a moment here at the beginning to explain why. Just recently, I learned that a friend of mine has passed away. This was a game she was looking forward to. This was a game me and her played together, and we absolutely adored. And I can think of no other way to honor her loss than to play this game with you all and keep her in mind. So ladies and gentlemen, I apologize, but this game will become a main thing until I finish it. Much the way Dark Souls did, I will be continuing to work on this day after day. Regardless. So this one goes out to you, Jessica. May you find peace in the now and happiness in the future. So without further ado, folks, let's get into one of my favorite games and one I was overjoyed to find out they were bringing to PS4. On the Gallian Front.
The year was 1935 EC. Two powers controlled the continent. In the east, the sun rose over the autocratic East European Imperial Alliance, otherwise known as the Empire. In the west, a network of loosely allied democracies formed the Atlantic Federation. Both powers depended on a precious mineral, ragnite, for their survival, and its growing scarcity led to the inevitable war. Hostilities began in the east when the Empire aggressively crossed their western border. The Atlantic Federation responded, and the Second European War was on. The Empire, with its vast military superiority, struck hard, gaining ground in early victories and putting the Federation on the defensive. Emboldened by their progress and momentum, the Empire set their sights beyond the borders of the Federation. In neighboring Gallia, a peaceful principality along the sea, they found their next victim. Gallia had long maintained its neutrality in the tensions between the two superpowers. But the rich stores of ragnite under the Gallian soil proved too tempting for the Empire. It amassed troops along the eastern border and invaded with all the force of an avalanche. Prologue. Gallia to arms.
One of the reasons I love this game is because it's in the shape of a book. You can go back and re-see any cutscene you want and pick out as you want to experience new things. But of course, the only choices we have are the Second European War and the prologue, the beginning of our story. Alright folks, let's get in and see what exactly happens in a meeting.
March 1935. Outside the Gallian border town of Brule. Residents are leaving the town before the invasion, headed inland towards the capital.
I haven't been down this road in years. It really hasn't changed very much. Whoa. Already? Hey there, guys. You're beautiful. Starting early this year. You're heading upstream, huh? How's the water?
Freeze! Put your hands in the air. Slowly. Haven't seen you around before. What's your name?
My name's Welkin. And you are...
The one with the gun. We're with the Brultown Watch. I'm Alicia. Alicia Melchiot. So, I'm wondering what you've been writing in that little book you've got there. Imperial spies are in the area.
This book is nothing, really. I was just sketching the fish, and, you know...
Yes. Oh, I know. And you know there's a war on, don't you? All right then, Mr. Artist. We'll talk about fish sketching down at the station. Take him away.
Thanks, fish.
This game is going to be somewhat terrible for the sake of streaming. After all, I mean, there will be long points where I'm going to be silent while I'm letting the story play out. But I think just savoring this story again is enough. And just overall, this brings almost a tear to my eye, because I remember how much we both enjoyed this game. Alright, let's see about the Imperial attack.
Flowers, bugs, and fish. You're not bad with a pen, are you? I have to say, they're really very good.
Thank you. So you see, I really was just sketching.
Maybe. Or this could be some kind of secret code. And I intend to take my time finding out for sure.
Great.
Welks? Is that you?
Isara! Oh, your timing is perfect.
What have you gotten yourself into now, Welkin? Wait. Don't you live at the old General's house? That's right. I'm General Gunther's daughter, Isara. You do know everyone's supposed to evacuate, right? Yes, I'm aware of that. My brother's here to help me move to the capital, but that may be difficult. I mean, unless you're willing to let him go, that is. Huh? I apologize, but I was just doing my job, you know. I saw you with the notebook and thought you were a spy. Again, I'm really sorry about that.
Thanks. Don't worry about it. I can see how I might have looked a little suspicious.
Welks has a real passion for observing nature. That's why he's studying it at the university, right?
Guilty as charged. I get so into it sometimes I forget where I am, or that somebody might be watching me.
Gunfire! Everyone keep your heads down!
Over there! Come on! Damn it!
Welkin, you can handle a gun, right?
Yeah. I mean, I made it through training anyway.
Well, they're probably just a small scouting team. We should be able to take them out.
I'm with you.
And this is where we can this is our save menu, like they mentioned. You guys can't see it, but I'm just making a quick save. Always a good idea. Especially since we don't want to have to sit through all that again. But honestly, folks, now we're getting into the meat of the game. We've met our base characters. We have Isara, the little sister. We have Welkin, the main character. And we have Alicia, a proud woman. Let's see what happens in this encounter at Brule.
Okay, here's the plan.
We've got to eliminate the Imperial scouts that are approaching Brule. We'll deploy from here and take out all 3 of them. Just cross the bridge and take them down as fast as you can. Our objective here is to eliminate all enemies. Let's take care of them one at a time, nice and easy. Alright, our victory comes if all enemies are defeated, but we fail if Welkin dies, Alicia dies, or 20 turns pass.
Let's get started. Just stay calm and get it done.
Alright, folks.
I see 3 of them.
That's 3 too many. Stay sharp.
Alright, folks, and here we get into the meat of the game.
There's some...
Yeah. Alright. So now you see here we have 3 command points and 3 units to move. You can use... Now, the key thing is you can move anyone 3 times, each one 3 times. So let's start with... Well, let's start with the Town Watchman. Yep, and here you see you have a bar that limits how much movement you have. In addition, there are also items like sandbags. These will become incredibly critical. Now here's another key point. As you're moving... Oh! Yep, R1 to enter target. Yeah, so enemies get a free shot back. R1. No, and they even tell you it's 7 shots to kill him normally. However, if we can aim for his head, it would take 2. Let's try our luck for our headshots. Amen, brother. Alright. We've got 1 down. And let's put Gunther. Let's put Welkin to work. Welkin Gunther. Alright. Yeah, you want to be able to you always want to be in cover whenever possible. Yeah. Remember, this is about survival. This is not about glory. Save what you can. Crouch. Now, here's the really nice thing. You're actually immune to headshots while in cover, like they mentioned. I glazed over it there, but this is a critical for surviving. Oh, only got 1 of the 2 we needed. And he gets a shot back. Note though, he does almost no damage. And now for the 3rd of our 3 people. Now the thing about command points, you would think, okay, well I can move 1 person around really quickly. Yes, you can. But note that the amount they can move and how far they can go is actually going to become more and more limited every time you use them. So, you have to be careful. And well, since she needs 3 shots, let's head for more body. There we go. And Alicia is now... Yep. It's finding balance between what you're going to want to do and what you're going to have the CP to do. But alright, they've got 3 CP, but 1 person. Note that he took damage and our people automatically started shooting at him. Whenever you come in range and someone is aware of you, you're always going to take that chance. Now, they don't want to use him because he's going to pretty much... Alright. Well, Alicia's the one for the head of... is the one from the guard, so let's just have her finish this off. There we go. Nice and clean, people. Nice and clean.
I don't see any more of them.
It's a B rank, though. Because we took 2 turns, we got a B. Oh well, we'll get something better. We'll be able to get it better next time. But here we have a Hilltop Promise.
Miss Melchiot, there's no other sign of the enemy.
Good. Now, go keep watch and stay alert.
Yes, ma'am. What should we do with the bodies, ma'am?
We'll bury them. So it's begun. I'll do whatever it takes to protect the people of this town. I'll do it. Even going to war, I'll do it. What are those?
Seeds from the lion's paw. It blooms white, small, simple, and strong.
I want to be able to remember, once the war is over, that it wasn't all just people killing people. That even in war, there was also new life.
On the 15th day of the 3rd month of the year 1935, the Empire began its assault in earnest. A formal declaration of war was made upon Gallia. Though it was only a small front in a massive continental assault, what followed would prove that a tiny nation could best a military giant. These events would tell a story of tragedy hidden in the mists of time. A story of courage and of trust, of persecution and hate, and of love blooming even through the flames of war. What follows is a record of this conflict and of those who fought, lived, and died.
And welcome to the game itself proper, folks. We finish the prologue
Chapter 1. In defense of Brule.
and begin the story proper. So, let's save and continue on, folks. This battle has just begun. And this battle has long, far away just begun, folks.
Seeing that old mill spinning again really makes it feel like home sweet home.
I hear that. It really is one of the most beautiful things about this town. Well, citizens, our enemy can't be far behind. I thank you for your help. Goodbye, and take care.
How's the packing coming along, Ys?
Almost done. I only need to take the everyday basics.
Well, the Empire's got to be close by. Let's hit the road by sundown.
Martha, look! Welks is here!
Oh, welcome back, Welkies.
You're still calling me that? Martha, I'm 22 years old. And more important, you shouldn't be running around. Aren't you due any day now?
Ah, a light jog won't hurt the little spud. I should know. I've already had 4 of them.
Hello there. Is Welkin in?
Oh, hello, Alicia. What brings you here?
I just wanted to apologize. For before. Here. This is for you.
Really? These are for me?
I work at the bakery. Well, I did until the war started anyway. It's where I live, too. That's preserved bread, so it's pretty hard. Heat it up before you eat it, all right? I baked it myself, so the flavor's guaranteed. Best you ever had.
Thanks. Do you want to come in?
Arrested and shot at? You've had a busy day of it, haven't you, Welkies? And what a lovely lady you are for all that adventuring. Good job, Welkies.
What? Wait, no, it's not like that. Alicia just saved my skin, that's all.
He's right, we just met. I'm not his girlfriend, just his hero. Although I'm really hoping to be his friend.
Oh, well, I'm sure you will. Be good to my Welkies here, won't you?
Okay, seriously, Martha, enough with the Welkies already.
That's a lovely portrait. Is that General Gunther?
Yep. It was taken before I was born. But that's Dad.
That's Dad? You're a lucky guy. And who's that with him, there? My father, Tamer. He was an engineer. The General's tank was his creation. Wait a minute. But I thought the General was your dad. My birth parents died when I was a baby. The General was kind enough to take me in as his own after that.
Yeah. We're not related by blood, but she's definitely my little sister.
Sorry, was that question too personal? No, I don't mind at all. I was blessed with 2 wonderful fathers. Yeah, I guess you were, huh? Oh, is that really the time? I've got to get going. Why don't you see her off, Welks? I can take care of the rest of this on my own.
All right, I will. I'll be right back.
See you later, Isara. Safe travels.
It's almost sickeningly sweet, isn't it, folks? But that's the way it is. Life without war, is actually relatively peaceful. Anyone who lives in America in modern times will know this. As much as you may grumble about your life, as much as you may get pissed off, day to day, you don't have to worry about what war brings. And for that, I believe we should all be thankful for. But I'm not one to preach on that term. Let's just continue on and see about the Windmill Tower.
Wow, look at this. Bruhl's really becoming a ghost town.
They've been leaving for a while. Just about everyone is evacuated by now. You can't blame them. Tensions are rising with the Empire. We'll survive. The Town Watch will guard and protect the home front. Everyone will come back someday. They'll come back when it's safe again, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Welkin, I'm curious. Are you gonna join the army like your father?
I don't think that's for me. What I'd really like to do is be a teacher.
Huh. A teacher?
Yeah. Animals and insects, flowers and plants, they've always been my passion. I've learned a lot from nature. You see, my dad, he protected this country as a general, but it's just that I want to give back in my own way. My own way. You know what I mean?
I think I do. You're sure about it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's deep. In your own way. Ah! What was that?
That sound. Believe it. The mill.
Miss Melkia, the Imperials are attacking. There's a squad of them in town right now.
Get all the town watch together, now! We've got to fend them off.
They must be at Mill Plaza. I'll help.
Thanks, Welkin. Now move out. Stay low!
And this isn't the most pleasant of games, either. There's plenty of death, and this depiction of war isn't, well, the most tender thing. But this is also based upon World War II. So, it may be an fictional telling, but it's a telling that paints a greater whole. And while there will be quite a number of departures later on, just take a moment and realize what it means for so much of this to happen. Alright? Anyway. Let's keep going, folks. Now let's face the defensive Brule and see what we can dig in and do against these guys.
I'll explain the mission.
Alright. And this is the first time you're going to get the lesson about hidden enemies.
Our target is the Imperials in Mill Plaza. Focus on taking down their captain. Breaking the chain of command should at least buy some time for the townspeople to get away.
Alright, I got it. Let's all be careful out there.
Alright, folks.
Got a second? Listen close and I'll explain.
Alright, so in other words, try and keep everyone alive now. Start with the town watchman. Get down, get down. Yep. That line means that you are within, if it's red, you're getting shot at. Yep. Yep. And this time, now remember, since he's not officially in cover, he could be headshotted. The one behind him, however, cannot. So, this is one of the key strategies to this game, is leapfrogging your units. And another thing you have access to. Grenades. Grenades are fantastic for destroying cover, as well
Ready to go.
as damaging heavier targets. Now, let's see. Still 2 shots, but let's take a chance. There we go, folks.
Yes!
Bear in mind, Vulcan doesn't like conflict, but that doesn't mean he won't fight. And now we see... Now, because of this, we're able to leapfrog, and with those guys helping, we damn near killed him on the first. Alright. And the leash is a bit too far, but she did get some damage on him. Now he's hiding around the corner. So something we can do is actually get Gunther up. And around. Nope, that won't work. Okay. So we're just gonna have to push. And aim for his head. And done.
Yes.
And Gunther's and Welkin is in the position. We're gonna bring the town watchman up. He's gonna advance. And notice that when it was grass, you can crawl in there. That works similar to what you'd expect for other ones. Alright. That's not good. Okay, he's in cover and there's not much we can do. Yeah, I don't think... Scout, you on the other hand, got some decent damage on him. Alright. Let's see if Alicia can break them. Oh, I didn't ring to bring Vulcan up, but there's nothing for it now. If he hits all 5, nope. Oh well. Click the wrong unit. And have no choice but to take the hits. And note that CP can be built up between turns. And they lost one. That would have been their captain.
What's that?
Sounds like a tank.
Oh dear. That's not good. The infantry are no use against this sort of monster. And now we're in deep trouble. Yeah. Tanks care nothing for our weaponry. Come on, folks, you didn't think it was honestly going to be that easy, did you? Uh-oh. And it's even got a mortar. It's clear we don't... Oy, oy, oy. Alright, that's not good.
Welkin, tank!
That's not good. We're not equipped to take out a tank.
I hate to say it, but we should probably pull out for now. Get off this road and into the alley to the east. It's too narrow for a tank to follow. And try to stay behind cover while moving. One blast from that turret and it's over.
She's not kidding. Alright, Welkin needs to get through. Alright. So what we do, we start with Welkin. Yep. Okay, folks. Notice his HP is getting chipped down bit by bit. There we go. One less person shooting at him.
Yes!
Now, much farther does Welkin have to get? Still pretty far. Alright, so let's have Alicia switch out and move around. Note that the tank even has a much more... And look how much damage the tank did to us. Well, we need to get him out of the way. Because that's where we need to go. Look how much damage the tank does. Alright. Well, let's see if Welkin can make it. Alright. He got away.
Looks like we shook him. What are you doing from here?
If they're rolling in the tanks, there's not much the Town Watch can do. We'll try to buy time so everyone can get away. I'll dig in my heels at the main gate and do what I can to stall them.
Okay, I'll head back to my house and grab Isara and Martha, then come back.
Be careful out there, Welkin.
And there we go. And we got some experience in DCT, whatever that is. Well, this will all become clear later.
Chapter 2. Escape from Brule.
Rescue. Let's see who or what we're rescuing.
Isara, Martha, please be okay.
Martha!
What's her problem? She pregnant or just fat?
Who cares? Not gonna make any difference when she's dead.
Stop this now.
See what she's wearing? Take a good look at that shawl. She's a Darkson.
And that explains it. I thought this place stunk. Now I know it does. So, we got ourselves a fat one and a stinky one. P.U. It's a regular pig farm in here.
I will thank you to watch your tongue in this house. You have to leave, now.
That's a big gun for such a little girl. Drop it.
Isara!
Huh? Hold it right there! Die! Darkson pig!
Isara, are you okay?
I'm okay thanks to you. But Martha, I think she's...
Martha!
This isn't good. She's gone into labor. Moving her would be dangerous.
Right. Well, we can't just leave her here. What are we gonna do? There are a lot of Imperials out there, Ys. It's only a matter of time before they take over the Mill Plaza.
Welks, listen. The barn out back.
What about it?
Our fathers have left us something. Something that might get us out of this mess.
You can guess what it is, but let's get everything confirmed in the legacy of our fathers.
Dad's tank. Whoa. I can't believe it's still here.
And it's one of a kind. Here it is, the Edelweiss. Tamer built it especially for General Gunther.
Yeah, and it worked great, too. So it's just been parked here in the barn?
I wanted to make sure it would still operate, you know, in case of emergencies. I enrolled in a maintenance class given by the military. I wanted to be able to do what my father could do.
Well, that's great. But that's only a class, Isara.
It really didn't need much. Hardly any alterations at all. I just fitted it with a new turbine engine. It really improves on the power-to-weight ratio. The Edelweiss is field-worthy. Its firepower and mobility are more than a match for recent models.
Well, assuming it does work. What's next?
All right. Welks, you took the armored vehicle course, didn't you?
Yeah. Back in high school. Once.
We'll bring Martha here. She'll be safe inside the tank, and we can move to a better location. Just leave the driving to me, okay? All you have to do is give the orders.
Isara, we ready to roll?
Engaging engine. The Edelweiss is ready for deployment.
Alicia could still be out there dodging bullets, buying time for people to evacuate. Here's the plan. We're gonna pick up Alicia and get out of town. All right, Edelweiss, move out!
You can say what you want, but I love how down-to-earth and how honest the characters are in this. And in truth, even the fact that they made up basically a racist thing for them to use, just to give a tense session idea of, you know, how crude people can be. I absolutely adore this. But we're about to enter the field with the Edelweiss for the first time. So let's do just that in the retreat from Brule.
Here's the brief for this operation.
Alright, so there we have our terms. If the enemy tank is destroyed, we win. But if the main gate is destroyed, we lose. If Welkin dies, we lose. If Alicia dies, we lose. If 20 turns pass, we lose.
Let's begin. We've got to stop them here.
Alright.
If this gate falls, there's going to be even more casualties among the townspeople. The Town Watch will defend this gate so as many people as possible can get away.
There you have it.
Got a second? Listen close and I'll explain.
Note that that's saying every turn they regain 1. So you will always have at least 1 ready. But now for here, we want to be careful. You see that?
Enemy sighted. Enemy unit spotted.
Note that it says 28. That's because we're so far away our weapon isn't maximally effective. In truth, we probably want to actually hold off. Alicia's in a good position, so we're just gonna let them go ahead. Save our CP for when they come around. There's nothing we can do to stop the tank. The tank is just far too much armor and power for us to do anything. Yeah, and it's gonna be focusing on the door, the main gate. Ah, but shuffling. Ah, see, now we have a chance. And another one comes down the hill. And there's some good shots off our Brule's guardsmen. Now this is the one you have to watch out for. Shock troopers. These are your nightmare in this situation. The reason being is that shock troopers basically hard counter regular scouts. They're more heavily armed, more resistant to gunfire, and as you saw, they're armed with a machine gun. Basically healing. And every unit can heal, certain units can heal themselves, and other ones can heal other units. Alright, for here, well, first I want to crouch down. Okay. See, the problem is that it's not going to do much, so let's finish this guy off. There we go. But there we go. Now let's see. Like I said, remember that he's got... Okay, and all he's got is Ragnade. Okay. Okay. See how much damage he does, even being inaccurate? Alright. Actually want to go to Alicia and immediately go into to stop him from shooting. And first, we want to do this. Thankfully, that got rid of him. Unfortunately, the tank is still present. Yeah, we're pretty much good. There's not much more we can really do at this point, so... And I don't want Alicia getting shot anymore, so... Yeah, he's going after that.
No! If this keeps up...
Yeah, there's nothing more we can do for this point. Yeah. More shock troopers. Yeesh. Look how much damage he does. Okay. I mean, just look at that damage. Luckily, Alicia managed to avoid it. And she gets the counter, which with, just short of a kill. And this one is another scout. Okay, that we're fine with. Okay, that doesn't matter. Alright. That Welkin has arrived! With the Edelweiss. Now this is where things get fun, ladies and gentlemen.
Entering combat.
The tank should be able to breach that wall. It may provide us with a shortcut, Welks.
Alright, let's give it a shot. Hang in there, Alicia.
Tanks possess firepower and endurance far beyond that of foot soldiers. They are able to deflect nearly all gunfire from enemy foot soldiers. This makes them a solid wall for your own ground units. Unlike ground units, however, tanks do not cover HP each turn. Tanks also cost 2 points to use. Tanks require AP to turn, so take time and plan ahead. Yep, because positioning is key with tanks. But the power you get
Hostile sighted.
more than makes up for it.
Tank! It's a galleon tank! Alicia, I'm sorry we're late.
Welkin, you have a tank?
We can talk later. Right now, we need to stop those soldiers.
Enemy tank sighted, Welks. Switching to anti-tank combat. Armor-piercing shells loaded.
Alright, let's go take it down.
Alright, and let's do just that. Well, first... Yep. So, Mortar. That's a scout. Ooh! Yeah. This is... Always want to target the Reds, because Reds get... With broken CP, they remove the command points your enemies can use. Yep. And tanks have both their tread and their body HP. Yeah, AP is cut with the... Yep. And the tank is destroyed. If HP is... Well, the body gets blown up, obviously it's done. Treads, though, you're going to be slow, but you can even do that. But like they said, and now the weak point to the tank is in the back, those glowing blue radiators, that's where you want to go for. Okay. Now 2 more command points. And remember, notice you start off with less this time. But... aim directly for their radiator and shoot. And look at that, more than half its HP is gone.
Entering combat.
And let's try again. One more. Even if we don't hit the radiator, we should be fine. Because note, if I hit the body, it still says 1 shot.
Fire!
Nope, we hit the treads that time, so now it's not going to be able to move much.
Entering combat.
Yeah, it's going to take me more shots. Let's focus on this radiator.
Fire!
And there it goes. Because remember, our only point for success was that tank went down.
Yes, we stopped it. Nice work, Ace.
Woohoo! Now you're my hero, Welkin.
The Imperials are running off for now. Looks like we bought some time, at least.
Welks, it's a boy. Martha had a boy.
She gave birth in Dad's tank?
Yes, and without complications. They're both perfectly healthy.
Good. That's fantastic. And now let's stay sharp as we head out of town.
Feeling a little better, folks. That's looking good. Alright. And with home at our backs, let's bid farewell.
Two hours after the first shots were fired, Brule was under Imperial control. Though a mere skirmish by Empire standards, The raid on Brule would mark Welkin Gunther's first taste of battle, and begin his rise to a Gallian hero.
Alicia.
I thought I would be ready for this. I knew war meant this might happen. It hurts. Seeing my town overrun like this, seeing all those people killed, it's just not right. How could all this happen? It isn't human, Welkin.
We look at those birds and see how wild and free they are. But they all have their own territories. If anything threatens their home, they'll risk their lives to defend it. People are animals too. We do what we have to, when we have to. Animals are in a constant struggle to stay alive, but I've also seen them help each other, almost like they were cooperating in order to survive.
Cooperating?
That's why I'm so into studying natural science. That coexistence. I want to know how it works. If we could figure that out, mankind could put it to use for our own survival. That's why I want to be a teacher, so that I can pass that knowledge on to the children. I mean, even if we can't completely eliminate war, at least we might learn to live together as one people.
You think so?
Welks, look. Martha fell asleep, so that makes me the babysitter. See, Alicia?
Oh, he's adorable.
Just like you said, even in war, new life happens all around us. Come here. Look, that's your hometown.
Someday, we'll come back home again.
Yes. Someday soon. I know it.
Chapter 3. Vassal Urban Warfare.
Alright, folks. War has been announced. Let's see what that brings for our heroes.
In March of 1935, the Empire began its invasion across Gallia's eastern border. Maximilian, commander of the Gallian invasion front, built his army around mobile armor. Ghirlandaio and the other fortresses along the border fell to his tanks in quick succession. Brule's fall in under 2 hours was typical of villages in the Empire's path, and the road to the capital bore a steady flow of refugees. Randgries, Gallia's capital, a town secure and stable since ancient times. Within its walls stood the castle Randgries, and within its unicorn spire resided Cordelia, Gallia's princess. Supporting Gallia's policy of neutrality was a system of universal conscription. Under it, all schools required military training each year. In the event of a war, citizens were then drafted into the militia to defend their country. As the conflict with the East grew worse, both Welkin and Alicia found themselves no exceptions to that fate.
So these are my new digs. Oh, my uniform. I should get changed before reporting in. Better get ready now.
flares, binoculars, a compass, and a map. Everything you need for a nice hike. Or combat.
Welcome? Can I come in?
Sure, it's open.
Oh, you're already changed too. Let's see. Not bad, not bad. You look good, actually. So, how about me? Do I look all right in this? Convincing?
Let's take a look. Yeah, you look fine. You wear it like a pro.
Really? You're not just saying that?
Of course not. You look tough. I like it.
Oh, good. I was worried it looked kind of silly.
No way. That plating on the back, it's like a coleopterate exoskeleton. Beetle-tastic.
Coleo what? And did you just say beetle? Welkin? What kind of girl wants to hear that she looks like a bug?
Huh? Not just any bug. A rhinoceros beetle, king of the insects. Who wouldn't want that?
Huh. I guess I'll just try to take that as a very welcome sort of compliment.
Tell me about that scarf. You've been wearing it since I met you.
Oh, this? It's part of my uniform from the bakery.
Is that right?
I don't want to forget the time I spent busting my buns baking. I plan to keep wearing it until I can get back to manning the ovens again.
That's great. Once you do, I'll be first in line to get some of that bread.
Is that a promise? Well, I'll be sure to have plenty of it ready and waiting for you.
Absolutely. Hey, if you're ready, we should probably go see the captain now.
But it does bring up a key point. People tend to think of warfare and they only think of the gun, ammo, that kind of thing, knife, that sort of thing. But a map, a compass, flares, basic things to locate or be located can be just as critical as any sort of, offensive weapon. Weapons are necessary, that is true, but sometimes, even just by virtue of being able to outmaneuver or identify an opponent, can sometimes be all the difference in war. We'll get into it more on tactics and whatnot, but it's just something to be aware of. So, let's go meet the captain, and the rest of Squad 7.
Come in. Excuse me, ma'am. Galleon Militia Enlistee Welkin Gunther, reporting for duty.
Ma'am, Galleon Militia Enlistee Alicia Melchiot, also reporting for duty.
I'm Captain Eleanor Varrot, commander of this regiment. Gunther, you're promoted to lieutenant. You'll be leader of Squad 7 now.
Ma'am.
Enlistee Melchiot, you're promoted to sergeant. You'll be under the lieutenant's command. Understood?
Ma'am.
What do you know? It is you. Nice coincidence, huh, Welkin?
Valdio? I had no idea that you'd enlisted.
Yeah. Now that there's a real war going on, I joined up. Pretty much all the officer and training boys are here just like you.
You know each other?
Yes, ma'am. We knew each other at university. Welcome was in science and I was in archaeology. And just look at us now. No archaeology or science. Looks like the two of us are studying war, I guess.
Looks that way. It's good to see you.
And you.
That'll be all for now. There's a strategy briefing later today. But you still have time. Time for you to catch up. You'll be spending a lot of time on the post and in Randgreaves. They'll be your new home. So get to know them. That'll be all. Report back in time for the briefing. Until then, you're dismissed.
And just like that, folks, we enter Randgreaves. And now we get to find what all these things we've been collecting are really going to do for us. So first, why not check out, of course, the squad barracks. just head down the list. We have Welkin Gunther, our tank commander. He has a personal HP of 250 and an AP of 800. His personal armament is a Galleon 1 rifle and a B-type grenade as well as some ragnade. His combat suit, BD-1, offers no defense, and personally he likes Alicia, Juno, and Audrey. It's the only gun we have. Alicia Melchiot, level 1, HP 230, same, a little less than Gunther, AP 800, she also, okay, nope, she's got everything the same, but the big thing is she likes Welkin, Nosh, and Dallas. People we haven't been introduced to yet. Here we have someone we've yet to meet, Bridget Stark. Well, she likes Largo and Cherry. Note that she is a shock trooper. So she has a little more HP, less AP though. So she can't move as far. But note that she also has her weapon seems to do less damage at first blush, but remember that she's using a machine gun. And Largo Potter has more HP, has the most HP we've seen currently, and about the same AP as Bridget. Note that his weapon has a 600 range, but versus person only does 120, versus like the 20 that or the 17, but the big thing is it does 850 versus armor. That's his big thing. Okay, we've seen the barracks. The command room.
It's good to see you doing the rounds. Welcome. This is the command room. Use it to structure your squad. You will have access to both drafted and volunteer recruits. Now that I think of it, Squad 7 is still short on soldiers, isn't it? I'll explain how... This is the master list. The recruits have all been assigned classes based on their talents. I should probably touch on the 5 classes, just so we're clear. First off, you have the scouts. Just like the name suggests, they'll be your eyes. Their best asset is their mobility. They can go out, collect intel, then make it back safely. That, and a keen eye for enemies. A good scout can spot a man in tall grass from 100 yards. That comes at the price of firepower. Their job is spotting enemies, not taking them out. Next up, the shock trooper. They're the ones to break through enemy lines and clean up. They offer excellent offense and defense. As far as combat goes, they're as good as it gets. While they lack any specialized techniques, they also don't have any obvious shortcut. Think of them as the least finicky unit in your squad, Lieutenant. After them, we have Lancers, then anti-tank units. They're critical when facing armored targets. Their purpose is pretty self-explanatory. In most cases, they're the only way to stop a tank. They're also well shielded from explosives, which conveniently includes tank mortars. Sadly, they're slow and weak to gunfire. Their limited ammo could also be called a drawback. Changing gears, we have the engineers. They handle supplies and perform combat support. They can restock other units' ammunitions, treat the wounded, even repair tanks on site. They can place sandbags for cover, disarm mines, repair towers, you name it. Their actual combat skills are very low. Think of them as combat facilitators. Lastly, we have the snipers. They can shoot down targets from a considerable distance. You won't find better soldiers for marksmanship and range. They can hit targets I can barely see. Sniping rifles also come with scopes that work to augment a sniper's natural eyesight. Drawbacks include low mobility and defense. If the enemy gets them alone, they're done for. That should cover the basics. Go ahead and put a squad together now. There's room for 20, and you can swap units at any time.
Alright. And here we have the faces of our new unit. Okay. Now, let's head to the top. Hermes Kissinger. Now here's the key trick to finding good soldiers, is seeing what their abilities are, what their characteristics, their quirks are. So he's meadow-bred, standing in the grassy field helps him relax, enhancing in defense. So basically he takes less damage when standing in an open field. He shoots more accurate if there are women around. But, however, he hates tight spaces. Actually lowers his attack power. So, the two, I believe, would offset each other, but that means he would have to be next to a woman in a claustrophobic area. Well, but, of course, that's just one. That's Hermes. Then you have Desert Allergy, Chatty Cathy. So if anyone he likes is nearby, Alex, Nina, Ted, he's gonna start talking, even in the middle, and that lowers his accuracy. However, he loves to kill troopers. He has a natural hatred of them, so he gets an extra boost against them. Wavy. Neat freak, worries about dirt stains that leads to distraction and decrease in accuracy. But you can see... Yeah, but you get the idea. Everyone's a little different. And note that these attributes will change over the course of the game as you use them. So it does behoove you to, switch people out and see what everyone's got. Alright. Now, the big thing is, we took a little peek, and remember, this is going to be a city combat for our first. So, let's see if we have anything... Yep, like if you have something like City Kid. Paved roads reminds them of the city, making them feel right at home and upping their defense. So, yep, so our engineer will obviously...
Hello, I'm Claudia Mann. I'll do my best to live up to your expectations.
Alright. And we do want a sniper. Darkson Hater. Sniper Killer. Night Vision. Yep, so we're gonna take Oscar.
Hey, I'm Oscar Baylor. Thanks for taking me on board.
No worries, man. You're pretty good. Okay. Well, let's take another. Metalhead. Fancies women. I love this because she fancies women as a woman herself. Meaning, she just likes to be around other women. That doesn't mean she's, sexually attracted as a lot of people would like to throw at it. Pollen allergy. So, but we're going in the city, so why not?
Hello, sir. My name is Nadine. I'm sure I'll be coming to you for help.
And let's see, as far as our... Yoko Martins, City Kid.
Hi there, I'm Yoko Martins. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
And we have Jan. Now we're into the assaults. Oh. One of my two favorite characters. Jane.
The name's Jane Turner. I'll do anything if it means putting holes in imps.
Oh, there's so many good ones. How many? Open slots, 12. Well... And everybody's always going to have some goods and bads, so... Metalbug. So she likes Vice, Yoko. We did bring Yoko, and Dallas. Is Dallas around? I forget. What's Dallas? Okay, Dallas is... why not? Bring her along.
My name is Dallas Wyatt. I'm excited to be joining up.
So why not? See, I'm a big fan of shock troopers, so...
Hey there. I'm Ika Thompson. I'll try my best. Sound good, Welkin?
Let's see. He's a pessimist, which means having less than half full HP makes him throw away hope for the future, meaning less than defense. Okay. Wendy Cheslock. Well, Aisha likes.
Hi, I'm Aisha Newman. Nice to meet you, Mr. Welkin.
Makes you wish you could have everyone, you know what I mean? Let's see. We have a couple Darksons, so...
Please, call me Wavy. From today onward, we fight together.
Let's see. We also have... Yeah, attack power lowered against shock troopers, which they shouldn't be fighting anyway. So, you know what, that's fine. Akimov. Deathly afraid of pointed objects being around Lancers. Weapons make them hyperventilate, steadily losing HP. Oh yeah, you're gonna find some really amusing ones out here.
My name's Ramona Litton. Good to be on board, Welkin.
7 more people. So... Wendy.
I'm Wendy Cheslock. Kaboom.
Yeah, you... And of course, because we have to take Jan.
Hey, soldier! I'm Jan Walker. I'll fight with everything I've got.
Why not? Alicia likes him.
Noche Wordsworth. Hi.
Mika.
Hello.
And... I've got like 6. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1. So, let's take... Walter.
The name's Walter Nash, buddy. Pleasure to be working with you.
And... Yeah, Cesare is just... whatever, take him.
My name is Cesare Regard, and I'll handle things my own way, thank you.
Kind of an off-putting bastard, isn't he? Well... We'll take... Nuna? Camp Defender, Lancer Hater. Oh, why not?
The name's Nina Strice, and I look forward to a good workout.
Alright.
Well, feel like you've struck a balance? Come back anytime you'd like to adjust your squad. As time passes, we'll have more recruits to choose from, so keep an eye on that list. Oh, and all the recruits go through training together, so they're all ready for combat. They'll be at the same level as the rest of the team you've taken into the field. You can swap out members without the work. Trust in your own judgment and pick a team. That should be enough to get you started.
Yep. And that's the beauty of the way this...
Squad leader's a lot of responsibility. Come to think of it, Faldio's heading up Squad 1, isn't he? I wonder if he's off sorting through this stuff now, too. I'd better get a move on.
But that was the command room. And as you saw, it takes quite a bit. But now, training field.
Welcome to your worst nightmare. I'm the guy who's gonna whip you lazy blobs into shape. Still, I can't work miracles here. No amount of drilling beats real combat experience. I want you all to go out there, kick some imp tail, and then show me what you learned. I will train that experience into something you can actually use. Level you bums up. But don't go trying to hog all the glory. A squad's a team, and we got no need for stars. You will train as a class, and level up by class. Scout level 2, Scout level 3. You get it? When the scouts level up, that means each and every one of them goes up that level. You hear me, maggots? Any of you think he's better than the rest of the team, go home now! All right. Now I'll show you lowlights how this whole thing actually works. It ain't complicated. First you go out there and fight, then divvy up that experience here. Once the experience you cram into a soldier class clears a set amount, it'll level up. Picking which class to level up and when is your job as the squad leader. Now give it a go. Train all you want. I've got all day.
What he doesn't mention is that also different abilities and things will unlock as you level up. But let's see. We want to add that. We definitely want scouts too. Well, we've got enough XP, let's just level up everyone. No point in leaving them. Yep, let's have everyone.
Fight the bullet! No pain, no gain! Good work, maggots! You're one level closer to human. Looks like that section beat a new potential out of the Lancer. Looks like that section beat a new potential out of the Sniper.
Alright. What he means is essentially there's something, one of their abilities got leveled up. And now, see here, we don't have enough to do any two. But I'm gonna say shock troopers are gonna be my main push, so let's add another one.
I got no use for tears! Sweat, sweat, sweat! Good work, maggots! You're one level closer to human. Looks like that section beat a new potential out of the shock troopers.
Alright.
Got it? That's how training by class works. Now get out there and rack up some experience. Oh, and there's one more thing to add. Sometimes leveling up a unit class will unlock a hidden potential in them. You can think of potentials as the natural abilities your soldiers have inside them. Those abilities will form a big part of your strength in the field, so keep them in mind. Other times, leveling up a class will earn you clearance for a new order. Here, as long as we're talking about it, I'll teach you a classic, a real golden oldie. Orders are special commands you can give out as the squad leader. They can save your tail. It doesn't take a genius to see that leveling up your soldiers is the best way to beef up your squad. The soldiers will get stronger, and you just might unlock new potentials and orders. All that just from me working you sorry bums into the dirt. I just hope you maggots are ready for a real workout the next time I see you here.
But we're not done yet. Still one more place to look, folks.
Welcome to R&D, man. What can I do you for? Huh? Wait, I know that insignia. You're Lieutenant Gunther, aren't you? I knew it! Man, I've heard about you. That evacuation at Brule was just... wow! Protecting a tiny life in the middle of all that slaughter? Man! Oh, Lieutenant, you're good people. You get all my respect and then some, bro.
What's going on, Leon? I could hear you from clear across the hangar.
Oh, Casey, check it out! It's Lieutenant Gunther! He's the man, man!
Sorry about him, Lieutenant. He's like this all the time, I'm afraid. But where are my manners? I'm Kreese Cherney. I'm training here as a mechanic.
Oh, and I'm Leon Schmidt, but just call me Leon, bro. I'm your boy.
So, Lieutenant Gunther, what brings you down to R&D today? We do work here on weapons development, making upgraded weapons and equipment.
And that includes rifles and machine guns. We can even soup up your tank. Of course, research expenses aren't cheap.
With rifles and other firearms, we'll mass-produce new models as they're developed. You won't have to worry about making enough for your squad. We'll outfit them.
For tanks, you can upgrade the baseline performance of the body itself, or develop optional parts that you can add on to tweak out its specs.
Right. You can choose which... Come in any time and make adjustment.
Alright. But, for the moment, let's develop some weapons. Uniforms. We can afford the basic one to give everyone +1 defense, which seems like a good idea.
All set for you, bro. It's done.
Note that I can't just jump to the next levels. This is because it's all story locked. So that's good. Blast uniforms, which are specific for for our Lancers. Definitely want to upgrade that.
Here you go, bro.
Okay. Grenades I can't. Accuracy boost for our sniper rifles would be excellent.
Here you go.
Now note here. Note that the sniper rifles do have 3 branches, so there will be varying types after a point. So, the increase, and you can see here, the increase, there's a slight increase in power, and a slightly better aim bonus, though it doesn't show it. Same with this.
All set for you, bro.
There we go. So, a little more power. Same with the machine gun.
Here you go.
And of course our base rifle for both the engineers and the scouts. So you get some good money's worth. But now let's go into where the real money vanishes. The Edelweiss. Body enhancements. We can reinforce the barrel to add 200 range to it. Note how expensive it is, but that range could come in handy. And reinforce the armor to give it 30 more defense.
All set for...
And you can see that goes quite a ways down. Now we can't afford the tread or those. We're just short. How about attack support? Nope, can't even afford the sight upgrade. Okay. But that's the way it goes. Still. Yep. I don't believe we can add anything. Nope, we can't. Alright.
Well, sir, was that helpful? We're working here around the clock to make possible tomorrow what's out of reach today. Come again a little later. We'll do our best to have something useful for you by then.
Yeah, you better come back soon, bro. I am all fired up to work on stuff for you.
Considering they've improved our rifles and given us so much more, I can look forward to seeing what else they'll get. And as you can see here, folks, we've spent most of our XP in our DCT, or ducats. So, let's head to book mode. This allows you to advance the plot. The headquarters tab. That's where you go. Where to be where we were before. So, let's save and continue our story on. After all, we've just begun, folks. But let's see what the flare gun has to say.
Welks. There you are. I've been looking for you.
Hey, Ace. How'd your enlistment go? No problems?
I registered as a tank pilot and mechanic. Maintaining and operating the Edelweiss will be my responsibility from now on.
No
I
surprise.
think it's nice that we'll all be on the same squad together. I think so too.
So what are you up to now?
The tank's hangar space is just through here. I was just carrying some Ragnite fuel back. It's used to power the tank, and also for the turret-mounted cannon rounds.
There it goes.
I guess I'm just more used to seeing it in street lamps and medical compounds.
Seems like everything is Ragnite powered these days. That stuff is everywhere.
Not enough of it for some people, though. It's the source of a lot of conflict.
They say the Empire's invading only to get at all the Ragnite in Gallian soil.
Oh, that's right. I had something to give you, Welks.
What's this?
Father's flare gun. It was in the barn, but I thought you might have some use for it.
Another hand-me-down.
I gave it a once-over. It might be old, but it's still serviceable.
I didn't mean... I just can't believe I'm a tank operator now. Thank you for this, Peace.
I'll do a spot check on the Edelweiss now, to make sure it's ready to go at any time.
All right, we'll get going for now then. See you later.
You can see that Welkin is a little hesitant about having to step into war, you know, with his father being the great hero and all. But at the same breath, he's very much more willing to do so because he believes in what he's going to be fighting for. Still, let's see what they're going to bring us in the first stop.
The chase. Here's your mission. The Great Vassal Bridge was just taken by the Empire. It's a key strategic position.
The Great Vassal Bridge?
It's a major drawbridge crossing the canal in Vassal, just outside the capital.
That bridge is a part of the central transit artery, leading into Randgreaves. Our mission is to take it back.
Not necessarily the easiest of tasks.
The Empire has been running a blitz, with their shock troops outrunning their defense. Our 3rd Regiment will retake the bridge before defensive reinforcements can arrive.
How quaint. The militia holding a little strategy meeting of its own. How long were you planning on hiding out in here, Verrot?
My apologies, sir. We'll depart soon.
Whatever. They're just country mice. It's not like they'll be much help.
More help, perhaps, than your armored unit that couldn't hold the bridge in the first place.
Hey!
Regardless, Vassal remains a critical position. We'll reclaim it immediately.
Well, all good. See that you do.
Who was that?
General Damon, commander of the Central Forces.
Central Forces? That's the army branch the militia was folded into, right?
That's right. They say the general's an aristocrat. He looks down on the common militia.
That doesn't make any sense.
Right. Now that the war's begun, we all need to band together and fight to keep Gallia safe. Who cares at this point whether you're in the army or the militia? It's ridiculous.
Gentlemen, let's return to the mission. We'll begin by taking back the western bank to gain a foothold for reclaiming the bridge. Lieutenant Gunther, I'm assigning Squad 7 to this mission. It's your first maneuver, so be smart.
Yes, Captain.
The other squads are on patrol. Stay sharp, and be ready to help take back the bridge. I'm counting on all of you out there. Now move out.
Yes, Captain. The Skirmishes tab. Yep. Be careful. You can lose soldiers, people. And that is permadeath. I'm gonna do everything in my power to avoid that, though. So let's save, and then we're going in to our first mission. As Squad 7, let's begin with the West Bank of Vassal City. Let's go, folks.
Here are details on the current operation.
The Imperial force is deployed in a defensive formation around the camp within Vassal's urban center. You will assign your squad's positions split between a city team and a riverside team. The city team will protect the base camp while the riverside team strikes the enemy. Your objective is to occupy the enemy's main camp. Defeat the enemy units defending the camp, then get to the flag hung above their camp to occupy it. Beginning with this operation, you will be responsible for assigning your soldiers to their combat positions. Before commencing the operation, choose to position the units to command view to view a list of deployable units. But you get the idea. Alright. So, as you can see, position units. Let's see, we have a bunch here for the city for the defensive type. Of course, Rosie being our headlining shock trooper. She's on with the assault team, but a few of the others would be useful. Who am I thinking? Panicky. Undercover fire, yep, so let's put Jane out there. Add, Camp Defender, Nina. Then, add, yep, a Cesare. And we have him, so let's add, yeah, Jan to the defensive team. And now with Rosie, Alicia there. Let's see, probably somebody else who's going to be able to... an engineer to help support the tank. So... yeah, we'll have Dallas join us. Alright folks, our team is set. Let's deploy.
We're prepared to commence the operation. I look forward to good news from...
Let's begin, ladies and gentlemen.
Split into two teams, offensive and defensive. Squad 7, move out!
Alright. So we have two teams to work with.
Alright, it's our first mission. Let's split into two teams, City and Riverside. I'll lead the Riverside team towards the enemy encampment with the Edelweiss.
Shock Trooper here. Lead the offense to me.
City team, your job is to guard the base. Be ready for anything, including tank.
How long you think I've been an anti-tank man? A couple of tanks ain't no sweat.
That's the spirit, Largo. Now, let's move out!
Listen closely. This information could save your life.
Okay, yep. Basically, camps are a super boost to your HP and healing capacities. Be aware of that fact. Alright. First things first we actually want to do is we want to get these guys into defensive positions. So, yep, just take a few pot shots. She's not going to do much damage, but the point is more to make sure she's defensively set for whatever's going to come our way. Same with Jane. Alright. Largo here. Alright. Cesare. Now what we want to do is get him here. Now this one isn't actually in cover. So if we can position a good headshot, and if we get lucky, it's just that easy.
Nice work.
Alright. I'm not going to waste the CP on those two for the moment. Now, this was my friend Jessica's favorite character, Rosie. Why?
Let's do this then. Ain't no stopping me.
Rosie takes almost no damage heading into enemy fire. So she just wrecks face.
Here I come.
Now make no mistake, there are some dangers waiting out here. For example, now a key thing you can do is to double check. Because now he's gonna start firing at us, and that's where you have to be careful. Yeah, but what you can do for those kind of enemies that are hiding like that. Oh, missed. Oh, that's not good. Bear in mind, hiding in the grass is the same as taking cover, so you will still get the defensive bonus. Alright. Well, since that went so poorly, the Edelweiss takes the scene. Don't want to destroy Rosie's cover, just want to destroy yours. Oh, we're out of AP. So who the hit? Scout? That Scout? Yeah, might as well. Finish him off. Yep, and he's managed to do 1 whole point of damage to our armor. We're looking good, folks. And we've still got 2 points left. So... Well, let's show off what they... Bear in mind, engineers are far weaker. However, taking advantage of course, the grass, so we can hide in it, we can get in nice and close. Oh, no, he sees us. That's as close as we're gonna get, so let's try and get a good headshots on. A couple of headshots on him.
This should do it.
Just like that.
Okay.
Good work, Dallas. And let's push her as forward as we can. Because remember, she can also heal the tank. So if the tank gets hit hard, out of nowhere with some Lancer we don't know about, we're alright. Alright, and she's going to be hiding in the grass. And we have 1 CP left. So... I think we'll... Yeah.
My turn, okay?
We'll take Alicia and make sure we're not missing anyone else. Like, for example, another unit in the grass over here. Bingo! Ty the Immortal. Okay, this is something to be aware of in missions. Big commanders. You want to avoid them whenever possible, because these guys have a ton of HP. Like you see, 333 compared to the 235 that Alicia has here. Okay. Got him. Oh, and he's a shock trooper. Oh, that's really not good. Oh, and she's got no. And that's bad. Okay. That is really bad. Oh, I screwed up. Yep. I screwed up. If that costs us Alicia in the first mission, I'm going to be really embarrassed. Alright. First movement is towards the city team, who are just going to rip them to shreds. Oh no. Nina's got hit. Luckily, her counterattack means... bye! Okay, another one's bringing up, and this one's another scout. Again, not too worried. Nina's in tank, Nina's in cover, and she's just gonna wreck face. Luckily, though, they're not gonna get too close thanks to the tank. Yep. That's a point off their controls. Yeah, always seek out and try and get rid of their CP units, because that's going to make things twist in your favor. Turn in your favor. Sorry, folks. And Nina scores another kill. One last point. Nope, they don't use it. Yep. Unfortunately, I don't believe we have the only order we have is evade boost, which isn't going to be that useful. However, what we can do is put this to use. Because if we go over to Alicia with the tank,
stay with us. It won't be long now.
Alicia, stay with me.
She's been safely evacuated, so she has not been killed.
Go, go.
And let's get a little revenge.
Now.
We're gonna move. Now this is gonna take a little extra time, so it's gonna technically lower our score. But personal vendettas are a thing in this game for me. So, now letting the tank take most of the hits for her. Got him on. Alright, only need 12 to kill, 3 if I get headshots. Bye. Absolutely love it. And there goes Ty the Immortal. Not so immortal now, huh? Alright. Well, we don't see anyone else for the main sea area, so let's head back and get back in position to head back up next round.
Watch out for enemy counteroffensive.
Alright. Something else worth noting, you can resummon allies. Well, no, not resummon, but you can, you know, call up from the reserves extra people if you need them. However, because of where they would be positioned, I'm not too worried about it at this point. So, we'll just put Rosie and the Edelweiss back in position to advance. Alright. And note the tank can hit your own units, so just be aware of that. Alright, folks. Next turn, we'll head up the hill. Vroom. No, what Vroom? Why Vroom? Why Vroom? No, Vroom is bad. Vroom is very, very bad.
God, damn tank's busted right through the stinking wall. Well, it's my turn now. Stick this in your pipe and smoke it.
Largo's got some fun to be had.
Tanks can break through crumbling walls and trample down sandbags and trees.
Oh boy, light tank. Oh, and that's a mortar. Oh, poor Jane. Why would you do that to her? Oh! There's another tank out there. Alright. Well, we revealed what exactly is waiting around us for us around the corner. Yep. Basically, they're saying that enemy units like Largo can run out of ammunition. However, the upside is engineers can resupply them. So if you run out, just be aware of what you have that you have options. Okay. First things first, let's get Largo into a better position. Alright. For example.
You're done! Alright! Man down, everybody be careful.
Yeah. Now there's gonna be you can hear them shooting, right? That's coming from the scouts and whatnot. Which is why I put Cesare over here. Because free shots are free shots. If we get lucky, it's a one-shot kill. If not, oh well. That accuracy boost is really paying off.
See what you get?
Good work.
Now, I'm somewhat tempted to put another, pull an engineer out to repair those sandbags, but at this point,
Ready to die, imps.
I'm more interested in going on the offense.
They're after me.
Die!
Jane's got a real vendetta against the Imperials, and it helps.
Target.
Ah, Jane, one of my favorite characters.
Get ready to die, imps.
Yep. Now, you notice there was some shots coming from above. There we go.
Next.
Alright. And as for Nina, let's put Nina in another position. To cover Largo's side, because I think there might be... No, there isn't. Okay.
Are there any weak spots in their defenses?
Got it. And she's in position. So, let's try and get some easy kills. Like I said, my shock troopers are my favorite type of unit. They just work so well. Speaking of, let's put the Lady of the Hour.
New target sighted.
Open fire!
Alright. Nope. Nothing she can do. Just gonna end there. But, now it's time for the big show, folks. The Edelweiss moves in. But of course it's gonna lose some steam getting up a hill. And remember that our front armor is always going to be strong, the point where we're strongest. Yep, and we want to hit the light tank. Ow, missed. But we do have our engineer behind us, so we should be fine. They have only 2 points left from... Yep. Still took a hit, though. Alright, folks. And as you can see, comparatively to their 2 points, we have a grand total of 8. Meaning we've got a lot of offensive power. Speaking of offensive power... Adios! And let's push up even further.
Here I go.
Come on, Nina, time to put some real work in. Over that.
Put yourself in the enemy's blind spot.
Take this.
Okay. And she avoids the counterattack. I absolutely love it. Good work, Nina. Jane?
Die, imps.
I'm sure you know what you're going to be doing. shock trooper? Yeah, that's the primary target. Perfect.
Next.
Alright. Because next we want to give Nina another round just to get that. Because in truth, we can end it right now if I'm not mistaken. Objective is only to capture the enemy base camp. So, let's... First, make sure she's crouched. There we go. Now let's do something a little... Let's give the man his glory. Largo, the anti-tank man. Been one for a long time. Not the fastest man. But... let's see if we get lucky. Nope, miss. Oh, he's got another... why not? He's got another chance. And we'll get him into an even better position. That should be more than enough. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the show.
You're done.
Because remember, you get more experience for all the ones you crush, for every enemy you defeat, so... And Rosie will finish this off. Bye-bye. There we go. And now let's end this properly.
Here I go.
Nina, if you do the honors. We have occupied the enemy camp.
Operation complete. We took their base.
There we go. As you can see, it took me quite a while, so... Our base results, we earned us so much. Our clear bonus as C rank earned us so much. And then we got more points for more enemies defeated, enemy ace defeat, finding the enemy ace, and defeating 2 light tanks. And we seized a gun from there. That's where you can equip that'll allow you to equip a specific weapon onto one specific unit from ones you steal from enemies. Typically they're a little better than what you have, but honestly, the stuff you get to upgrade yourself is more than sufficient, generally speaking. But here, let's meet Elliot, the war correspondent.
Hey there! You guys aren't with Squad 7 by any chance, are ya?
Yes, that's us.
Bingo! I've been looking for you. Meaning you, hot stuff, on the tank.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me,
That must make you Lieutenant Gunther, am I right?
Yeah. Yes, that's me.
Oopsie daisy.
What? Hey, you can't...
Ah, nice to meet you too. Now, let's get right to the questions. So, you're the son of the great General Gunther, huh? You look awfully young. How old are you anyway? Must be your first war, huh? What's been the hardest experience so far? Wait, happiest. Funniest. I'd also like to know hobbies, favorite foods, what you do on your days off.
Hey, lady! This is a combat zone. Excuse me, but what are you doing here anyway?
Hey, give me a break, will ya? Scoops are near danger, and I'm near scoops. That's right. The name's Elliot. I'm GBS Radio's top woman reporter. I smell a story. A good story. And you guys are it.
So, you're a reporter?
Very good. I'm a reporter, yes. I've been assigned to Squad 7 to conduct a series of interviews, thank you. Now, let's get back to those questions, shall we?
But of course, in war, not everyone's looking at the same way. Even in the most united front, there is conflict. So let's delve into that.
Now he's giving interviews? Who does he think he is? Ooh, look at him. Son of some big hero. Please. He's still a schoolboy.
No kidding. One little win and he's the new Grand Duke. I hate kids. Whatever. He'll learn soon enough. Only one thing matters out there in the field, and that's experience.
Chapter 4. Operation Cloudburst.
Oh. Yeah, these... Oh yes, so much is just unlocked for us, folks. Because this is where we start getting into everything else that we can do. For example, checking out personnel. This is basically everyone we have in the game. Everyone we've met. Welkin, age 22, son of the late, European War I hero General Belgian Gunther, and leader of Squad 7. While attending university, his focus lay in animal sociology. Here's the thing about this. Basically what it is this is Elliot taking notes on everyone. And the fun part is that the more you use characters, the more that they unlock. So, we have Isara, Faldio, who we've met, Eleanor Varot, age 35, unmarried, age 36, Squad 7 Lancer, Rosie, Bridget Stark, Craze, Leon, George Von Damon, Martha, Martha's baby, the drill instructor, Belgian Gunther, Tamer, Kevin Abbott. And yeah, it just goes through everyone you will meet in your unit. And as you use people, more will unlock. So it allows you to get a good sense of who's doing what and what kind of person they are. It's not going to be one mission though. It takes quite a few missions and time playing as them to be able to unlock everything about them. But that's still something more to see. Tab select, weaponry. This is of course every kind of gun that will be in the game. And guns are plentiful, people. Grenades, tanks, light tanks. And of course, the general glossary for Ragni, everything about the world that you may need to know. To be honest, I may take time later or periodically just go through and pick something and read it. Because there's a lot to see here, and what that makes it a lot of interesting, because for me as someone who loves to write and read, this game is wonderful. And of course, we have our skirmishes that we can do freely to get more experience for our units. So, let's do a normal skirmish.
Here is a...
This is just a repeat of the Brule, but however... Alright. So we get up to 9 members. So, let's take over some people. There are 9 members, so, and 5 classes, so Let's use Oscar this time. And since she has pollen allergy, we don't want to use her. But okay, we can use Dallas again. Pollen allergy, so we don't want to use her. So let's use Walter and Yoko. And okay, who haven't we used yet? Yep, Wendy. Because Nina was who we used last time. Aisha. And Mika. And then for our scouts, we'll use Ramona. Alright, people we haven't really seen come out yet, so let's deploy.
Now, let's begin the operation. I'm confident victory is within reach.
We have no idea what enemies will be awaiting us.
Let's drive these Imperials back out of Gallia! Squad 7, move out!
Alright, let's do what our commander says. And off the bat, we can see there's quite a number of enemies here. Scouts and shock troopers with one lancer. Okay, nothing too horrible. So let's start with Mika.
Taking action, sir.
Oh, can't get around the Edelweiss, so let's charge straight in. This is his job, after all. Alright. There we go. Got rid of a red scout too, so less CP for the enemy.
Awaiting orders.
Good work, man. Take a rest. Next up, let's send Aisha. Up and over. Come on, Aisha. You can do it. Up and over.
What's your situation?
Note that now that she's lonely, it takes far more shots to finish off an enemy. Thankfully, these guys aren't in cover yet, so a few hits ought to do it. And note that even wild shots can hit other enemies. Alright. Now, let's see about having Oscar.
Makes me think of my brother.
Makes him think of his brother, huh? Let's see. If we get a headshot here, we can get rid of the Lancer, which is the only threat to our tank, so let's try it out. Nope, a miss. How unfortunate. It's all percentages, people. You never know. Alright. But we don't see any tanks here, so let's see. Let's let Ramona take stage. And keep Aisha from being lonely. So she could get 3 with a headshot, or 2, right? Nope, it'd still take 3 headshots for a shock trooper. But let's try it. Oh, she got him! Nice! You did make it look good, Ramona. Good work. Only got 1 CP left. Let's hold off for now. Let's keep it in reserve. Let's see what the enemy does. Oh, let's get shock troopers just taking the hits. Oh, Ramona, duck! Oh, gods. Oh, that's not good. She's shooting the shock trooper. Oh, crap, there goes their cover. That's another dangerous shot of Lancers. Without your cover, you're pretty much in trouble. Oh, that's really bad. Alright, he tried to take pot shots, but at least she managed to get out of the way of that. Note that the game likes to focus down one character In this case, Ramona is in deep crap. Alright. First things first.
I'll do my
Oscar. Okay. That's what I was trying. Oh, and she's right in the way, so there's no way. Alright. Oh, he's immune to headshots, so let's just at least get that much. Okay. Alright, there's no helping it. Let's have Aisha try and get rid of this guy. Alright, yep, 5 shots. There we go.
Good work. Keep it up.
Alright, get her down. Alright, how's she looking? Ramona healed some, but I'd like to heal a little more. So, we're gonna have Dallas do 2 things. First, she's gonna come down here, and she's actually... Nope, she can't repair it.
Keep an eye on the distance between you and them.
Alright, so what we'll do is switch over to Ragnade Large and use it on Ramona. And heal her up nice and full. Before getting back into position and hiding out. Now with Ramona back on full HP, let's try and flank him a bit. Alright. But both are in behind cover, so... Nope, no way to do it. So we'll just keep her there. And for the first time since this mission began,
Here we go.
the Edelweiss takes stage. We're gonna avoid destroying any cover for our own units.
We're under fire here. Requesting backup.
Oh. Alright. Let's see. The machine gun takes... I'd have to hit with 6 out of 7 shots. Well, it's worth a shot. Oh, so close. Alright. That's all we can do for now, folks. Lancer's gonna try his luck.
Underminer fire.
And Aisha's in cover, so I don't have to worry about her. Oh, unfortunate for you. Alright. And you see who else we haven't used yet?
Come. I have the power.
Watch the distance between you and the enemy.
Alright. Looks like through that damage boost, that Lancer has been turned into chop suey. Alright. Looks like we're looking good. So let's have Aisha.
Gotcha.
Now Aisha's lonely ability is this personality quirk kind of will hurt us here. Because she's not going to be that close. Oh no, she's close enough that she doesn't feel lonely. And got the command point.
Yay!
Alright. But you see, because this is across a small bridge, the Edelweiss is of limited use. Look,
I'll make this look good.
meaning we have to use foot soldiers to finish this. But we want to be able to scout everything ahead of time anyway.
How are the enemy's numbers? Please don't let up on the offense.
Oh. She got over that. Oh, and you're not even in cover. Yes, you can, Ramona. Yes, you can.
Yes!
Who are these guys?
And let's end this.
I'll make
This looked good.
And there we go. Operation complete.
Operation complete. We took their bait.
Obviously, we don't get much for this because it's a very basic mission, but we get a little bit more. So, let's head back to headquarters. So now, here we can, and added on to what we could do before, we can now go to Castlefront Street.
Hey, Lieutenant! Off duty today? Your timing's perfect. There's something I want to show you. Won't take but a minute. Come on. Ta-da! It's the writing on the wall, written and published by yours truly. Why do this when I already have a radio news gig, you say? Sure, I could leave it up to the print news guys, but they're all lapdogs. The government censors everything. And not just a little cut here and there. In some cases, they'll bend the harsh truth into candy-sweet propaganda. I'm so sick of it. I want to give my readers the truth. That includes the bad stuff, too. So, this is my brilliant plan. The writing on the wall. Some things are only possible in out-of-the-way spots like this, out of sight from those government goons. I'll keep this space filled with up-to-date, absolutely factual info. No censorship. And your exploits will feature heavily, I'm sure. So yeah, come by and have a read sometime.
And here we see what... Let's see what the writing on the wall says. In an interview given on the 8th, a spokesman for the Central Gallian Armed Forces suggested a massive anti-imperial counterstrike brewing. Should this come to pass, all eyes will be on how a force that has thus far specialized in retreat can stem the imperial incursion that claimed most of Gallia by last month's end, and now stands before the gates of Rangries. It seems the militia will join the army proper on the bid to free the capital from a siege. A fear that has persisted for weeks now. Some suggest that this move is due to the army's desire to conserve its own manpower for combat within the city's wall, a very real possibility should this plan fail. The Empire-owned and run Tears news outlet reported that on the 6th that Imperial forces have claimed the coastal federation of Valua. If true, the Empire would now hold a supply route for Ragnite transit, greatly influencing their standard in southern Europa. Unlike the northern provinces, Europa's south lacks for Ragnite, meaning that supplies must be shipped in from elsewhere to sustain the Empire's offensive. The Empire's hold on Europa's southern coast means the expansion of the conflict to all areas of the continent is more likely now than ever before. The Federation has yet to issue a statement regarding the Empire's alleged seizure of Valua at this time. So things...
And while you're here... I want to put a book out someday, right? To put the truth in the hands of the people. But I'm just a radio news grunt, you know? I'll be paying for everything out of my own pocket. So, I figured I'd ask you. Think you could find it in your wallet's heart to help a girl get started? I'd make it worth your while. You guys could feature in the book I write. I still haven't decided what all I want to put in it, but I promise it'll be all about you. See this fat stack of notes? I've got a ton of material already. So how about it? Call it an investment in the future rising star of authordom. Please.
Ellen embedded. Sure. It costs us some ducats, but...
Thanks a million.
It also unlocks extra chapters and extra parts of the story, so it does become very much worth it.
I plan on putting out new editions periodically, so drop by to check it out often. Especially after you've made some headlines on the battlefield. That's the perfect time to strike. I'm counting on you out there, Welkin. You need to keep me supplied with exciting material.
Alright, and now something a little more somber. The War Cemetery. Visit the resting place of those who have fallen in battle.
Paying your respects? Sorry, I suppose that was a foolish question.
Actually, no, sir. I'm not here visiting anyone in particular.
Oh, then might I ask what brings you to a place like this?
I find it sobering, standing here in front of all those who died in the last war. That and seeing this much death reminds me that humans are just another part of nature.
Don't suppose I've ever heard that before. Judging from your clothes, you're militia.
Yes, sir. Lieutenant Welkin Gunther. I'm in charge of Squad 7, Regiment 3.
Gunther. I see. Squad leader, Very impressive for a young man.
Not at all, sir. I'm still woefully inexperienced. One wrong order from me and my squad could wind up here. It's a huge responsibility.
You respect the weight of their lives. Here, let me teach you a special order.
An order, sir? I'm sorry. Who did you say you were?
Just a leftover from the last war. I'm afraid my orders require some experience, though. I can't in good faith teach them to those who lack the maturity to use them properly. Now, let's see. I'll teach you retreat today. Use it to command an injured unit to pull out of combat. Well.
Absolutely. It's expensive. But being able to pull any single unit out of combat, when they're injured and you need them to be back and away, so you don't have to risk them being killed? Yes.
Very good. I hope my orders can assist you in saving the nation. I hope we'll meet again. Should you wish, you can likely find me here.
And periodically he will teach us new orders. And that will become quite a thing. But now we've lost some XP, and we don't have enough to level up anyone. However, what we can do is go to R&D. Let's see if anything new's unlocked.
Bro, I'm stoked you're here, man. What can I do you for?
I love Leon. He's just so happy, man. Alright, any new weapons? Probably not. I mean, we only did one mission, so I very much doubt anything unlocked, but it's worth a look. Nope. So, we can just go straight to the tank. No. I want to develop weapons for the Edelweiss. Attack support. The sight upgrade. +5 to accuracy. That could come in handy. Yep. Bulletproof visor, and we just lock it in. Treads. And radiator upgrade, that could definitely come in handy. And spare tread, of course.
All set.
Alright. And, ooh, we can reinforce the body. A little expensive, but it's going to be worth it.
All set for.
Then more anti-armor shells. And just overall, more upgrades, better upgrades.
It's done.
Anti-armor rounds were improved, so we have that. Alright, folks. Looking good. Nothing more we can do here. We're broke.
Come back.
And with that, we're pretty much good and ready to go. Yeah, and now a new report has been added. Let's take a look at it.
Elit embedded.
So, let's see. This This is one of the cases where there's no combat, it's just story. So let's see what she has to say.
Squad 7 of Regiment 3. My first impression, good. Lieutenant Welkin Gunther, squad leader. Next in command, Sergeant Alicia Melchiot. That lieutenant looks softer than I'd expect for the son of the late General Gunther. And her hometown is Brule, same as Gunther. Could be childhood friends. But if I'm lucky, they were childhood sweethearts. We'll just have to find out how close they are. Next on the list, Sergeant Largo Potter and Corporal Bridget Stark. Oh wait, that's right. Stark had a nickname. Gotta jot that down. Goes by Rosie. There. Looks like those two don't trust Gunther much yet. That could be good. Could be really good. Who does that leave? Right, the tank pilot, Corporal Isara Gunther. She's the lieutenant's sister. Now that's strange. She looks Darkson to me. Wonder how that comes into the picture. You couldn't ask for a more colorful crew than that, could you? Something tells me these guys are different than the usual troop somehow. Maybe my keen journalistic instincts? Well then... The truth's not gonna uncover itself. Here I come, ready or not.
She's a bit self-indulgent, isn't she? Still, she's an entertaining character in and of her own right. Well, let's see what happens when she meets Largo and Rosie.
Oh, there's Sergeant Potter, and Corporal Stark with him. Hey, guys! Mind if I ask a few questions? It'll only take a second.
What? Like an interview? What do you want to go interviewing us for?
Aw, come on, big guy. I bet we'd make better topics than some rich kid.
Wonderful. Let's start with you then, Largo. You fought in the First European War, right?
Yeah, I've been a soldier ever since, too. I'm what you'd call a seasoned warrior, see?
And why did you choose to stay in the force? Most people try to avoid the soldiering life.
It's an honest living, plus I got my reasons. Besides, I ain't the only one. Look at Elle.
Elle? Who's Elle?
If I had to guess, I'd say Eleanor Virat. Captain Virat, that is. 3rd Regiment. It seems you've got quite a history with her. Care to fill in some details for us?
There ain't no details. Is this the trash you want to write about? Look, I'm a busy guy. I'm out of here.
Hey, Largo, wait up!
Oh, just let him go. We can have a little chat, just the two of us girls. So, Rosie. Can I call you Rosie? Beautiful name, by the way. Do you like flowers?
I used to sing at a bar. It was hardly a flower patch, but my nickname there stuck. Tell you what, though. Some customers came from miles away just to hear me sing.
My. So why's a pretty young songbird with a voice as sweet as a rose so thorny towards Lieutenant Gunther and all those others?
I just ain't trusting my back to a stinking dark hair is all.
Traumatic past experience with a Darkson leave you bitter, maybe?
Think what you want. I got better things to do than sit around gabbing about him is all. You can put me down as allergic, yeah? Just chatting and I'm starting to feel sick.
Bet she'd spill the beans if you got her riled up enough. Maybe next time. Still, a veteran carrying a torch for his captain and a Darkson-hating chanteuse? They may be cranky, but they're characters.
And She gets her own interview, Isara. She's quiet so she can be kind of forgotten, but don't ever forget that she's there. She's Gunther's little sister, and she maintained a tank by herself. This is nothing to sneeze at, people.
Boo!
Oh, hello, Miss Ellett. How are you?
A little freaked out now. You didn't even bat an eye at that. You were staring at the sky pretty intently. Something up there we should know about?
I'd like to fly. Well, actually, I'd like to fly my brother.
Fly your brother? Care to expound on that? You don't seem the type to have her head in the clouds. It's very romantic.
I believe myself to be quite logical, really. Too logical, perhaps.
Okay, so if you don't mind my asking, how exactly are you and your brother related? Wait, let's leave that for now. How would you describe your brother as a person?
Welks is... objectively speaking, he can seem a little strange sometimes.
I see. Although I'm a little unsure of what that means, coming from you.
But he is a very kind person, and loyal. Anytime my heritage brought me trouble, he was the first to come to my defense.
I see. Sounds like you really love him, huh?
I would say I respect him a great deal.
Gotcha. Sounds like you lucked out in the sibling department then.
Yes, very much so. That's why I'd like to give him the opportunity to fly.
I'm still not sure I follow that exactly, but we'll leave that for another day. Thanks for your time. Next up, Squad Leader Gunther himself.
And note a key point, if you've been paying attention to where Ellett is, she's on the battlefield on that last mission we did. And if you see, the Vassal mission, basically, this is a continuation of that, and she just interviewed everybody. This is just her adding notes, her filling out, you know, little events that happen and something to build the characters. It's the reason I'm very much in love with it. I remember loving this game, because there's so much build-up to everything, and there's just so much to explore. I absolutely adore this game.
Hello, hello! Are you ready for your big interview?
Hello, Miss Ellett. Hard at work again, I see.
Didn't you already interview him before?
Oh, Alicia, I wanted to get in a chat with you today, too.
Wait, really? You're going to write an article about me?
I can't say whether it'll make the paper, but I do have some questions for you. You've been at Lieutenant Gunther's side since you left Brule. Tell me what he's like.
Wait a minute. You want to interview me about him? Well, let's see. We only met just a few days ago, but he's a pretty interesting person. You never know what he's going to say next.
I see, I see. So, forget he's your boss for a second. What do you think of him as a guy?
What? I've never really thought about it. I don't know.
Is that so? Well, Lieutenant Gunther, care to comment in her plate? Lieutenant, where'd he go?
Huh? Oh, sorry. There was just this crazy-looking bug. I got distracted.
See what I mean? He's an interesting guy, if unpredictable.
No kidding. Now, Lieutenant Gunther, I have a couple of questions for you. First up, how do you feel about this war, as the son of a hero from the First European War?
Same as anybody else, I guess. I want it to be over. Are people looking at me as the son of a hero? Well, maybe I am, but I'm still just me.
Okay then, let's talk about you. What are you fighting for?
I feel like the present world is made up of things we've inherited from the past. We get life and a home from our parents, knowledge from our teachers. And not just the good stuff. Take prejudice against Darksons. That's learned behavior.
Every creature out there is trying to pass things along to future generations. I want to pass on what I think is right. I'm fighting for the ability to do that.
Thank you very much. That's all I've got for you today.
Great. We're done? I want to get back to that fascinating insect again.
Huh. You really hit the nail on the head. He's as entertaining as he is unpredictable. I was planning on moving along to the next squad after interviewing everyone in Squad 7. I think I'll stick around and learn a bit more about you Sevens, if you don't mind.
Not at all. Just try to stay out of the combat zones, for your own safety.
I'm not making any promises. I go where the scoop takes me. That's just how I roll.
And that is Ellen Embedded, interviewing the base of Squad 7. And honestly, I think I'm going to call it here for the moment, folks. We'll begin Operation Cloudburst and face our own internal strife next time. I've been Rusal 777, playing, of course, Valkyria Chronicles. I hope everyone's been enjoying and will join me as I continue on later on. Bye for now, folks. Bye for now.